How you doing, guys? GoryTCG here, and today I'm gonna bring you another Vanguard deck profile. This one is MLP. Obviously, I do Shadowverse content, and I used to do Shadowverse content and all the stuff. But yeah, I'll probably slowly move into Vanguard little by little, since Shadowverse is not in a good spot right now, in my local area. So yeah. Anyways, enough venting around. This is MLB. This is a little bit of an update. I am playing with this guy right here. This Blaster Blade, the Vanguard. It's amazing, and I have been enjoying the deck. So, usually, one thing for sure is that, well, my local sometimes does a second event, and we play with proxy cards from upcoming sets and promos. So, I decided to, give this guy a try. And I think the different fight was casting a game where this was playing, and well, I managed to get my hands, on all the cards SP, so kind of might as well just use them and dust them out. So yeah. Anyways, without further ado, this deck is very straightforward. Let's see if I can do this video in less than 10 minutes. So yeah, right line, Wingle Brave, Marin, Blaster Blade, Majesty Lord Blaster. This is self-explanatory. This could be Blaster Blade, or this could be even Blaster Blade the Vanguard. But the reason why I want to play Blaster Blade is just because if your opponent plays something, you just counter blast and retire it. And obviously, well, Marin will just fetch you something that you need, so you really don't lose anything. And if you whiff, you can just call the Wingle Brave, so you have something in the background. And basically, Blaster Blade will hit for 16. If you don't kill something, you draw a card, so you basically get 2 cards in turn 2, so that's pretty good. If you play Biscotti, something that I don't have, and I really don't know what to play, because I don't have too much space, obviously you keep getting cards, and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's it for the riot line. Alright, for the main deck, boom, 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 Persona Ride, self-explanatory. That's basically it. I'm gonna put it like this to see if you can guys, get the hang of it. New card. This card is insane. Sadly, I wanted to go for flex, and well, the text is now in a black box. So, anyways, his effect is pretty good. If you have a Majesty Lord Blaster Grade 3, you could basically counterblast one, bind him, and play him. And just play him on top. If I'm saying Energy Blast 3 and retire a card, he gets +5 to on top of that. And if I'm not mistaken, blah 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 blah. Bind a grade 3 with Blaster from your name, blah 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 blah. Yeah. The other amazing card about this card is insanely good. It's just the only fact that if he's in the soul, your Majesty Lord Blaster turns into an 18k base. So yeah, your opponent must push for those extra 5k, so it's easy for you to guard some of the attacks. So that's the only reason why I really like this deck right now. This deck is extremely amazing. I love him a lot. So yeah. Anyways, continue on. Probably the most important one, 3 Blaster Darks. This is the one that gives you 1 extra drive check. Puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. The fact that usually Blaster Majesty Lord Blaster will probably be 20k with 3 drive checks and 2 criticals. So obviously you you really want to see your Blaster Dark in your opening hand, or at least a way to cycle through him or get to him. So yeah, I'm playing 3 Blaster Blade. This is where the debatable part comes into play, because you could just actually cut him, but the only reason why I play 3 is because I could just put him back into the soul blast the other one, so I can use the effect of the Keter Cat just in case. So yeah, Blaster Blade, amazing card. Another good thing, obviously, counterblast, retire cards, and that's it. So the only cards that do use counterblast is going to be Blaster Blade the Vanguard, Blaster Blade, and Cornelia. Other than that, it really don't matter. So yeah, the other reason why I want to play Blaster Blade is just because, well, we have Emmeline here. She Soul Blast 1. Some situations you basically Soul Blast your Blaster Blade, call another Blaster Blade from hand, or by her effect. and basically just put him back in. So this effect was kind of free, and you got an extra body for that turn. So it's pretty amazing. I really like her. This card is extremely amazing, just for the only reason that every single time a blaster attacks, she gets plus 5k. So if you get everything in check, she could get plus 20. Because Majesty Lord Blaster can, you can attack with your rear guards first. Then Majesty Lord Blaster attacks. Cornelia in the back triggers, calling 2 Blaster Blades, calling 1 Blaster Blade or Blaster Dart from your rear guard. Then you can use the effect of Blaster Blade the Vanguard, calling him, attacking with Blaster Blade the Vanguard. If you get any triggers, you can even bump her as much as you can. She's already gaining a lot of attacks, and obviously then you can just attack with the Blaster Dart. And all the stuff, so she can get by her own effect plus 20, and it's super amazing. I love her. She's insane. That's it for the grade 2s. For the grade 1s, let's see if I can fit them all in the frame. So I'm playing 4 copies of Theragon. I don't know what to say. This card is amazing. Usually you will have more rear guards than your opponent, so you don't have to worry about the order. I was playing 1 order just to get my hands on cards that I need, but I really didn't want to spend that counter blast, especially since I don't have any way of counter charging. And the only card that counter charge, it's a grade 2 that I really can't find space in here. But yeah, this is the card that you could just get rid of it for sure. This could be Viscotti or the one card that I was actually talking about. But I really love this card a lot. It's an extra body that you could just call into the field, make your cards into magic numbers, and it will just replace itself at the end of the battle for sure by Soul Blasting 1. So that's the reason why I kind of want to play multiple copies of Blaster Blade, just for the only reason that in case I have multiples, I know I can just Soul Blast the Blaster Blade or the Blaster Darts. But mainly the Blaster Blades, because I want to call the Blaster Darts with Cornelia, so next turn I can either have them in the back row just to put them back into the Soul and get triple drive check. So yeah, Painkiller, love it. It's kind of like the same as Theragon, so yeah. 3 copies of Cornelia. This is where things could change a little bit. You could play a 4 copy of her. I usually just discard this card during my right phase. So you could either get rid of Painkiller, you could play Viscotti, you can play the Soul Charge, the Counter Charge Dragon, that is grade 2 if I'm not mistaken. Or you can even play 3 Viscottis and then 4 Cornelias. It's not that it's also a good option, but I really like this ratio as of now. I really don't want to go into this win con since I really don't want to risk my cards, but this card sometimes will seal the game from time to time. So yeah, it's amazing, and especially since it gives all your grade 2s boost if she's in the center back row rear guard. Sorry for that, camera decided to refresh for no reason, but yeah, anyways, basically that's the bread and butter of the entire deck, kinda. And now obviously for kind of like staples, 1 Kiter Cat, he comes up from time to time. Usually the effect, not for the shield, just for the effect to get any card that you need. I love him, just a one-up is understandable. And then, triggers. You can take a picture if you want, just as reference. And well, yeah. Now bum 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 bum. Triggers, self-explanatory. Crits, heals, crits, draws, and OT. Now I'm playing the blue OT just for the extra critical trigger, and then for the other reason just to add cards back to my graveyard to my hand. Usually I really need that Blaster Dart, so basically this will just get me that any Blaster Dart that I decided to Soul Blast during the late game, and obviously I can just hold it, or if I needed to discard something that I really want to end up my graveyard, you can just basically add it back to your hand. And well, other than that, that's basically it. That's the entire deck profile for sure. That's MLB for you. That's probably how MLB will look in the future. And without further ado, well, that's it. Thanks for watching.